Hi, I'm Slater G-String. We have a special guest with us today, Maya Monès, model and DJ. Welcome to Slater G-String's kitchen. We're doing a vegan quiche. I got some vegan pie crusts for us. Just chopped onions and a few bell peppers. I already chopped the onions up ahead of time. This is something normally you would do at home, but our makeup looks so good today, I didn't want to risk us crying. This is some vegan butter right here. We're going to toss this into the wok pan, and then we're going to get this going. I spoke to Raga about my Caribbean background, and I spoke about how a lot of Dominican people do not identify with being black, although like a lot of our roots are African roots. Right. I would say, I think 95% of the island identifies as like Indian or Taino, which is a part of our culture, but definitely not as much as like our African descent. Right. So it's something that I've just come to terms with, and it's something that I've had to deal with my whole life, being just kind of seen as black, but not being told that I also am. Right. Because I grew up very like Latina, Dominicana. I like grew up there till I was 7. Right. So it's very much a big part of me. But as far as the industry, it doesn't really. I think it's not something that they really care about. You know, I think I'm read as like brown girl, black girl, whatever, and that's really as deep as it goes. Right. I think I'm never really asked about like being Afro-Latina, or if I might be. It's usually a shock when I like speak Spanish on the phone. If people perceive you as one way, they can't really know all these things about you if they don't like seek to. If you're like brown or whatever, you're Mexican, you know, it's not about, they don't really care to dig deeper or about you. But I think the fashion industry slowly but surely changing. We got a big old carrot right here. This is just cutting. Oops, got my hair in the food. Wow. Don't tell the health department. Kale. Oh my god. I'm always worrying about lighting this on fire. But I kind of want it to light on fire, like just for the effect. And this pie crust right here, I had defrosted it. And then I stuck it in the oven for about 10 minutes on 425. And I poked a few holes in the bottom after it had defrosted, just so that no air gets trapped under there and so that it doesn't puff up. I'm gonna put what we had made in here, or however much of it will fit. Oh, you just had the girls' room last weekend, right? I did, yeah. Can you tell me more about that? I haven't been yet. Basically, it started like at a local bar here in Brooklyn. With myself and my friend Serena. She and I started DJing at this bar, and it was basically with the intention of creating a space specifically for trans women of color, trans femmes of color, and really all femmes. And it went really well. It was really good. We had 3 trans DJs, all femme lineup. I mean, we don't really see a lot of spaces like that. Right. Especially like not only creating the space, but also the people working the space are like trans women. Yeah, it's all trans all around. As it should be. Scorch. 5 tablespoons. Egg replacer, salt, allspice, nutmeg, like a little cayenne pepper to keep us on our toes. Ooh. Ginger, 15 tablespoons of cold water. We're gonna whisk it together with some coconut milk. Half a cup. Something that would like drip if you were to like pour it out or like hold it up in your hand. You're just gonna pour this over the top. Yum. Perfect. Oh, that's like just right. Just cool. Cute. So it's so important that and this is something that I have like learned over time from having so many trans and gender non-conforming friends as well, is that we got to give people their space, you know? And just because someone said they're coming out and aren't coming out anymore, it's not necessarily because they don't want to, but you know, there's things like anxiety and things like that we have to take into consideration. So, you know, it never hurts when a friend like last minute says they can't come out. Maybe inquire like how they're doing. You know, things like that. It's usually not personal.
There's so many answers, you know, that a trans woman of color could give you. It could be as small as like, I need a hug, to like, I need a place to stay right now, like I need some money, I need to eat. The thought of somebody actually caring about something that's tangible for us is really, really, it's nice. It's nice to know, you know, right. Because it's not something that happens often. I think it's important, I mean, all the time to just be very protective of trans femmes. I don't think right now we can really afford to be shy with like being caring.
Shablam! She's a little crusty around the edges. I was talking about the quiche girl. I'm gonna try it. Alright, I'm gonna go with fork too. Let's see how she did.
Really yummy.
I'm gonna do that Kim Kardashian bite. Have you ever seen her eating her salad?
Yeah.
Like
so good.
That's good. I don't know if it's the weed or my skills, but it's good.
A little bit of both. So I think like surgeries and hormones are something that like a lot of girls feel like we have to do, you know? It's like something that like is important for a lot of us. It's not something that like everybody has to do or should do. It's just something that like makes it easier for us to live in the world that we do. That's how I describe like me wanting like facial feminization surgery, for example. It's more about me feeling more comfortable with myself to exist rather than me trying to be more like cis. I will recognize that I'll be more like cis passing when I have the surgery, but it's not about that. So.
And by the time we are done preparing our pumpkin pie to go in the oven, we'll be able to take our quiche out of the pie. And so, for example, if you're cooking... Yeah, girl, the pie, the oven, whatever, just take it out.